Good morning, everyone. My name is Rachel Crider, and I'm the principal at Allen Elementary School in Floyd County. And I have to remember that I'm behind a curtain because I can get really loud. So I'm going to have to try to talk a little lower than my norm today. I mean, everybody's laughing. It's like, crank it up, girl, crank it up. Oh, can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Okay, but once again, it's an honor for us to be here today. We have had the amazing opportunity at Allen Elementary to be an ACT school, activating, and you've heard a little bit about it already, activating catalytic transformation in schools. And it's a plan of improvement that can move your school forward in so many different ways. There's so many things that I could share with you today, but we're going to hit the highlights of basically what we're focusing on at Allen and how it's impacting our school. We're actually in our second year, and we are evolving our plan as we go when we see the impact that it's having, and we are focusing on student engagement. And by that, that's a broad category, and that means a lot of things, and educators know that. Wow, student engagement. But basically what we're focusing on at Allen is when our kids come into our classrooms, we want to make sure that we have engagement opportunities for them to meet their diverse learning styles, their needs. That way they can overcome obstacles that they have to learn. We want them to feel comfortable, feel safe, and know that they have autonomy and opportunity within that classroom. So when we look at the lens of engagement, that's what we're looking at. When they come into every classroom, we're a kindergarten through 8th grade school, do they have those opportunities? Do they have those opportunities? Is that lesson going to leave them behind today, or are they going to be able to actively participate in learning that standard? So that's what we're after. We're looking at, and we're involving all stakeholders. We do a lot of our work in PLCs, and teachers have a lot of input. We're constantly sharing. We're actually bridging our work with national board standards, so we're bringing those standards in as well. So we've really got a lot going on, and we're seeing a lot of positivities. So I'm going to turn it over to my assistant, and I'll let her introduce herself. And I know what you're thinking, student engagement. How do you put your finger on that? How do you say, is this working? So Ms. Turner's going to tell you about how we know whether we're moving in the right direction with our data.
Hello, my name is Melissa Turner. As she said, I'm her assistant principal, and one of my roles is assessment and accountability for the ACT team. So one thing that we do, we want to make sure that we know our kids and we know how to target them, we know what we're looking for, and in order to do that, we triangulate data. And we do this in our PLCs, we do this, the teachers are constantly looking at their data and analyzing where their students are and getting to know each individual student so that they can personalize that learning. Some of the data points that we use, as you'll see on our chart, we have formative and summative assessment that's going on in the classroom. This is something that we're constantly looking at, where the teachers bring their assessments to PLCs. We analyze what's going on there and how the students are doing. We also look, during our walkthroughs that we do in the classrooms as administrators, we look for those assessments. We look for things going on in the classroom that show us that the teachers are looking for what their kids can do, where they are, and what they need. Another thing that we do is we look at, of course, our benchmark assessments that we take throughout the year, and our K-Prep. We always analyze our scores, and we're constantly looking at those along with the grades in the classroom, because we don't want to take just one piece of data and use it. We want to use as much as we can so that we know the whole child. So we look at our benchmark assessments, our K-Preps. We look at the students' grades, but then we're kind of focusing on their attendance. And what we're noticing with attendance, and an engaged child and a child that wants to come to school, they're coming because they enjoy being there, and the activities and the engagement, that's bringing them to our school. They're wanting to come, and that's what we want. So we look at our attendance. We also look at our discipline, and we check out, how's our discipline going? Well, our discipline has decreased quite a bit in the last year since we've been working on our engagement. An engaged student is not going to be misbehaving. They're going to be engaged. They're going to be focused on what's going on in the classroom, and they're not going to have time for misbehaving and discipline problems. So it looks like the other thing that Ms. Crowder wanted me to address was the community engagement. And as far as, we're talking about student engagement in the classroom, but you got to think too, how do we get the parents engaged? What can we do to reach out to the community, reach out to our parents, and get them involved? Well, our family resource director, Ms. Jerry Turner, who's not with us today, she does a phenomenal job of reaching out to our community. She creates a lot of activities going on in the school environment and for kids like career day and Thanksgiving dinner, and she invites the grandparents in, the parents, grandparents day. She does every opportunity that she can come up with. She'll get those parents in and get those grandparents in and get them involved in what's going on. What she also does in her advisory council meeting is she involves that council in what's going on, and being informative with them, letting them know what's going on, and with the ACT team and our student engagement, and lets them participate in and be a part of our team building and the student engagement in our school. And so, is that it? All right. That's it. Thank you so much.
As you can see from our poster, we have our inputs listed, community partner work, support that we receive from our district, my role and our administrator's role, the teachers, and our short-term and our long-term goals. So the brochure that you received, that kind of breaks down our plan as well. Once again, it has been an amazing opportunity for growth, and all data points are leading us to we're on the right track. I can promise you, when I walk into a classroom at my school this year, it looks very different than what it did 2 years ago. And we're excited about it. Kids, and our goal at the end of the day is, regardless what level that child is working on, whether they're working at a high level, a medium level, or a low level, that they've had an opportunity to actively engage in the learning in that classroom. That's what we want. That's what we're after. And this work has been an amazing opportunity to put us on the road for that happening. So thank you very much.